Little people, big world's Amy Roloff reveals how she told husband Chris Marek she loves him. Exclusive. Hello viewers, I am Alana. Welcome back to my channel. USA Daily History for Roloff family latest news update. Please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Amy Roloff's first I love you to husband Chris Marek is even sweeter than you can imagine that I might have written it in a card or something of that sort, Amy 61 teased, as the couple played the not-so-newly married game exclusively with Us Weekly. Because that's a safer way to say I love you, instead of verbally. Both Chris, 61, and Amy agreed that she was the one who said those three little words first. While Amy couldn't remember exactly when she first confessed her feelings, she was confident she put it in a special message for Chris. Because I knew, with Chris never having been married or having kids or anything like that, that someone had to say at first after dating for a while, she recalled, I'm a big fan of it's never going to be a perfect moment. You just have to pick the best moment. Amy believes that Chris was looking for the perfect moment to tell her. Chris, for his part, shared that he also remembered Amy first saying I love you with a card and teased because it was easier for him to read the words so he could figure out his reaction. But Amy's really good about giving cards. He gushed, in fact, I usually get at least 3 cards for every occasion, no matter what the occasion is. And she always writes something really special and thoughtful in there. Amy and Chris tied the knot in August 2021 after 5 years of dating. The ceremony was held at Roloff Farms, which she once shared with her ex-husband Matt Roloff, who was not invited to the nuptials. Amy had fond memories of the estate, as it was the place where she raised her and Matt's 4 children twins Zach and Jeremy, 33, daughter Molly, 30, and son Jacob, 27. Upon their 2015 split, Amy sold her portion of the farm to Matt. He initially wanted to sell the estate, but ended up turning it into a rental property in 2022. In a February 2024 episode of Little People, Big World, Amy opened up about how it was a struggle to see tenants in her family's former home. I never pictured that the house that I raised my kids in for the last 30 years would be a short-term rental. There should be a family or someone in it, Amy admitted during a confessional. Matt owns it all. It's not like I wish him ill will. It makes sense, for Matt to do it. I mean, from a business perspective or anything, it definitely makes sense. For more of Amy and Chris romance, watch the couple's full not-so-newlywed game above. Amy Roloff dishes on the return of Little People, Big World Season 25, and whether she watches the show. Amy Roloff may be one of the stars of the hit TLC show Little People, Big World, but does she watch herself on TV during a recent live chat alongside her BFF Lisa Dixon? Amy opened up about an upcoming season of LPBW, whether she watches the show, and her involvement in this year's pumpkin season at Roloff Farms. After chatting about her recent visit to Texas for the 2023 Dwarf Athletic Association of America Conference, Amy answered some questions from curious fans and followers during her YouTube Live. One such question came from an LPBW viewer who asked Amy when the show will return to TLC's airwaves. We're just wrapping up filming right now, Amy dished, adding that she has no idea when season 25 will air. That's really up to the network and what their schedule is this fall, what their schedule might look like in the spring, summer, or whatever it may be, Amy added. Amy urged her subscribers to check in with TLC or to Google Little People, Big World, since she has no idea when season 25 will drop, and claims that she'll find out the premiere date when viewers find out. As Monsters and critics previously reported, there have been several hints from the cast of LPBW teasing season 25's impending arrival. Amy, her ex-husband, Matt Roloff, and their daughter-in-law Tori Roloff have all shared photos on Instagram depicting TLC's camera crews in the background. With season 25 of LPBW looming on the horizon, Amy was also asked whether she watches herself on the long-running reality TV show. Amy replied, noting that she gets that question a lot, and divulged, to be frank with you, I don't watch it when it airs when you guys get to see it. The 60-year-old mom of 4 admitted that it's hard for her to accept some of the editing, for instance. She claimed that certain tidbits are left out, and also that she doesn't enjoy revisiting the past by watching scenes that were filmed months or even a year prior. Down rumors in July saying, no big news. It's a ring I had remade from a ring I already had. It's on my right finger via pop culture. Were Amy and boyfriend Chris Marek actually secretly engaged? Speculation has been running rampant as fans wait for an official announcement of the couple's engagement, and the wait is finally over. People reports that Marek finally popped the question on September 18th at one of the couple's favorite restaurants, just a day after Roloff's birthday, of her recent engagement. Roloff enthused, "I'm excited, I'm so surprised. I'm thrilled. I never in a million years thought I'd be getting married again, but I also hoped for it. Now that it's happening, I couldn't be happier or more excited." Marek gave fans a little insight into what her new sparkler looks like, saying, "I was very nervous. It had to be a heart-shaped diamond because I knew that's what Amy wanted." The couple have been dating since 2016, and viewers have watched their relationship evolve on the show since Amy's divorce from ex-husband Matt Roloff. Earlier this year, speaking to people on the topic of marriage, she said, "If by chance I get to do that again, I would still put everything that I can, as best as I can, to make it work." Will we get to see Chris ask for Amy's hand in the new season of Little People, Big World? Will Amy and Chris let fans see them walk down the aisle at Roloff Farms, as Roloff's children have done? Time will tell, but viewers will have to wait until spring to find out. Little People, Big World. Amy Roloff avoids pumpkin season with ex-Matt Roloff. Little People, Big World star Amy Roloff makes a major decision in this week's episode. The longtime TLC star told her husband, Chris Marek, she does not plan on being involved in Roloff Farms tours with her ex-husband, Matt Roloff, during this year's pumpkin season. This season has been one of the most dramatic in LPBW's history, with Matt and Amy's son Zach Roloff already announcing he did not want to be involved in pumpkin season either. "We kind of need to talk to Matt about pumpkin season, whether we're going to be a part of it," Marek told Amy in a preview published by Entertainment Tonight. However, Amy needed more time to consider her options before telling Matt if they plan to work together. She is concerned about the future of the family's property, especially after Matt announced plans to sell part of it. "Before I commit to that, I've got to get my head around it," Amy told Marek. "Obviously, the north side part of it is up for sale, so I have to get more info as to what this year looks like." She wanted to know more about how the sale would affect tours. "It's been quite some time since I moved off the farm," Amy explained in the preview. "I feel disconnected." Marek's own involvement in the farm only began last year, after he gave a wagon tour. The Roloff family gave him some tough love after his first pumpkin season. "He might have had a little rough start, but he did fantastic the rest of the time," Amy told the cameras. Although there are still many happy memories for Amy, she was not sure those could help her briefly forget the family drama. While Marek was happy to help Matt again, Amy is still unsure. "Pumpkin season has lost its lure for me now," she said. "The ongoing season of LPBW has been dominated by the property sale drama." Earlier this year, Matt decided to sell part of the farm for $4 million, with Matt publicly claiming that Zach and Zach's brother, Jeremy Roloff, were not interested in buying it. Zach surprisingly called out his father on Instagram, accusing him of misleading fans. Earlier in the season, TLC aired footage of Zach and his wife, Tori Roloff. The sale did not go as Matt planned. In October, with Net Vacation Rentals, the TLC star admitted that this was and not how he hoped the situation would develop. Meanwhile, his girlfriend, Karen Chandler, is. Little People, Big World airs Tuesdays on TLC and is available to stream on Discovery. Little People, Big World star Amy Roloff says "I do" in new TLC special video. 2 years after their engagement, star Amy Roloff and Chris Marek will walk down the aisle in the special Amy and Chris's Happily Ever After. The 2-hour wedding event, which premieres on November 9th, will give fans an inside look into the weeks leading up to the couple's nuptials. With their wedding less than 4 weeks away, Amy and Chris still have a substantial to-do list. Amy accepted ex-husband Matt's offer to hold the wedding on Roloff Farms, but he's building a new barn right next to the spot where they'll be exchanging vows, and they're worried it won't be finished in time, reads TLC's teaser. With all of the renovations, Amy is concerned that her wedding space will be a construction zone, and to alleviate her worries, she takes a girls' trip with her friends. As her wedding date approaches, Amy worries her father's health problems will prevent him from walking her down the aisle. From the farm, scroll through RadarOnline.com's gallery. The house is located in a quaint suburban neighborhood surrounded by several other charming homes. Amy will be going from living on a 36-acre property to a measly 0.16 acres. Her new house boasts 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms and takes up an area of 3,767 square feet. In September, Amy got to her longtime boyfriend after more than 3 years of dating. The two were linked since 2016 following her tumultuous divorce from Matt. The Little People matriarch has come a long way since that dark period in her life. In her latest book, Amy accused Matt of pursuing and with girlfriend while the two were still married. For all the details on Amy's new home away from the farm, scroll through gallery. The home was built in 2006 and is yet to be little person-friendly, though renovations are sure to be made. The kitchen, made of black marble stone and oak wood, opens into the living room area. A huge pantry for Amy's little kitchen is also built into the home. The living room floor is made entirely of wood, and the space boasts a beautiful marble fireplace. Amy Roloff throws shade at Little People Big World, producers for show fakery. Amy Roloff just threw shade at Little People Big World producers, claiming they edited the show to fit a fake storyline. Radar Online, has learned. Specifically, the reality star matriarch referred to an episode from season 18 when she and her boyfriend, Chris Marek, embarked on a statewide road trip in Washington. The episode painted Chris, 55, as a heartless boyfriend when he allegedly abandoned her during a dinner date. On the show, Amy told the cameras, "I'm definitely enjoying the trip, but we did get into an argument. When we were having dinner, he just left, and he was gone for a long time, and I was left by myself. I had no idea where he was, what we was doing. Ugh, I was so mad at him." But according to Amy, 54, her words were taken out of context and editing to make the situation seem like something it wasn't. Amy shared a photo to Instagram on Thursday, July 10th, documenting a second road trip she and Chris embarked on over the 4th of July weekend to celebrate their 3-year anniversary as a couple. When one fan asked, "Did he leave you alone in a restaurant again?" Amy replied, "No." And it's amazing what editing can make a story into. This isn't the first time members of the LPBW cast have spoken out on the show's apparent fakery. Little People Big World. Chris Marek calls out Amy Roloff for her unhygienic habits and nature of procrastination. Little People Big World celeb Matt Roloff seems to have found a perfect partner who has the same vision as him. On the other hand, his ex-wife Amy Roloff is still struggling to get on the same page with her fiancé. Well, the soon-to-be married seem to be so much in love with each other. However, when it comes to living habits, Chris wants Amy to make some necessary changes. Like we all wanted to, Marek has finally called out the TLC star for some of her bad habits that he can't live with. Here's everything that happened. Well, fans who've been watching the show for all these years already know how messy Amy Roloff is. In fact, her social media profile is already proof of that. She's been called out by fans before for her unhygienic kitchen and habits. In fact, everyone was grossed out when she licked one of her fingers while cooking in a video. After her nasty divorce from Matt Roloff, the LPBW mom is ready to start a new married life. This would mean she'd have to start living with her new partner. However, based on what's happening recently, Chris seems to be strongly against all her unacceptable habits. In a recent video released by TLC, and in one of the latest episodes, he finally addressed the issue to his wife-to-be. He sweetly said that the house has to be more clean and organized when he moves in with Amy. This means she will have to take care of her unhygienic habits, including the coffee cups with flies that keep lying around the house. After a little resistance, Roloff finally accepts that she tends to procrastinate things, which includes such menial chores. She finally addressed her nature of procrastination and said that she'll try to change her habits for good. However, she doesn't want Chris to nag her for such tasks all the time. Instead, she wants to be firmly and gently reminded of the things she needs to do. Now that her fiancé has called her out officially, fans are hoping that Amy will finally change her habits and keep her house clean enough for the couple to live peacefully. On the other hand, some people in the comments of the video are bluntly asking Chris to run before Amy makes things worse. What do you think about the same? Tell us in the comment box below. Well, Chris and Amy have been engaged for a while now, and not to mention the time they dated before. When was the big day for Roloff and Marek? According to Oregon Live, it was on August 28, 2021 at Roloff Farms. The couple said, "I do," in front of 146 guests, with the bride wearing a stunning lacy gown and diamond hair accessory and looking as happy as can be. Roloff's grandchildren, Ember and Jackson, were the flower girl and ring bearer for the nuptials. Her daughter-in-law Audrey posted a heartwarming photo of the children on social media, saying these two crushed it, as well as, "Have you ever seen a more precious flower girl ring bearer duo?" Most people remember their wedding day forever, and a lot of people say that they wouldn't change a thing. So what is it that the little people, big world stars, would have changed? Roloff explained that she would have focused more on herself and her groom during the event. "Even though we had our family and friends and stuff like that, they're there for us. I don't need to cater to that. I need to cater, probably, a little bit more to Chris and I," she told people. Meanwhile, Marek shared that he would have made sure he had more time to relax before he said, "I do. I was still working up a sweat just getting ready for the ceremony." That day he told people that, "I was still picking up items and running to the farm and getting things set up. The ceremony started at 3. I wasn't even able to get cleaned up and show up at the farm until 2 o'clock. I still had to change into my suit, so I was pushing it." Amy Roloff was married to Matt for 27 years before ultimately getting divorced. She went on to meet Marek, who is an accomplished real estate agent with over 2 decades of experience. Touch Weekly says that it is all very romantic, with the two really connecting at a pool party shortly after their first meeting. According to Marek, it was definitely very different dating someone that is involved in the reality business with all the cameras and people asking questions and getting personal. Early on, Roloff and Marek bonded over long dinners and motorcycle rides. They officially announced that they were a couple in December of 2017. It was in September of 2019 that Marek proposed, with Roloff saying that, "I never in a million years thought I'd be getting married again, but I also hoped for it. Now that it's happening, I couldn't be happier or more excited. Looks like things were truly meant to be for these two, and we wish them all the happiness in the world."